Yes, hello folks, this is like an XAUG back again in this video. Today we are going to make a recap on this trade we recently had over GG. It was a nice trade. It was a kind of a scalp. It was a day trade mainly, I can say. So we are going to see on the way. You could have got these buys from here to here, then the sells to here. One can say that you can't get buys from here, but it's so possible. You're going to see how you can get the buys from here to these areas, then here. So this is H1, and the areas we mostly focus on are these areas V to V, V to V. So we have a V to V area of H1, which is here. You can say like this. Oh, can you see well? Can you see it well? Yes, which is here to this side. So we are going to see how you can get trades from here. You buy them back to this side of sells, back to this low. Okay, let us shift. I don't want to make this video long. So right now this is a day. This is H1 time frame, which is our constant time frame. Let me explain to you what they mean. Here we have that constant time frame. Time frames that don't change rapidly. All these time frames that don't change easily. They don't easily change. Any time frame can be your constant time frame. Any time frame, as I'm going to show you in the examples, as you can see below. So while the S1, S2, and S3, these are time frames you have to scale down to from the constant time frame. Let me say you're going to use daily as your constant time frame. You shall shift down to S1, which is H1. Then you have to scale down to S2, which will be M15. Then you can also scale down to S3, which is M3. But scaling down, meaning that you have to scale down from that time frame when you've done something from that time frame, which is causing you to scale down to the next time frame. So these are the examples we have here. Like daily, as I've explained, any time frame can be a constant time frame. So let me say that let me say that your constant is selling. Yeah, let me give it to you here. It does say that M30 is selling. Okay. Now M30 is selling. Our constant time frame is selling, meaning that they are formed for us this V to V. The market is here. Okay. So how can you get the buys from here back to this side? Then you sell it back below here. You're going to see that here. So the constant time frame M30 is selling, meaning that now we are in a big sell. So what is S1 supposed to do? Now for us to come back in these areas for the sells, we have to get a shift of S1 time frame, which will lead us back to the M30 for the sells. We have to get this shift of M5. We have to get that shift of M5. We have to get that shift of M5, which we shall come back here for the buys to this side, then we sell. So let us see. Let me first remove this. Okay. These are time frames as you've seen. As you've seen the way we have explained. So I'm going to make this video. I want it to be a short one. It's just an example of today. So today we shall use this as you see. It is Tuesday. Yeah, this is a today trade. It is Tuesday. Here you can see it is 11 below, and you can see the time above here. It is also 11. This is a today trade. So we are going to mark this high of the H1. We are marking the VV area. We are marking the VV area. We are marking this area and this area. We get the buys from here. We buy back here, then we sell. This video is a strong one if you focus on it and you get to know what I'm saying. So how are we going to get the buys from here? So if this is our H1 time frame, constant time frame, it's a big, and you can see here when H1 is the big time frame, M15 it is the next time frame down, meaning that M15 will form structures faster than H1, or M15 structure will produce this H1 time frame. What do I mean? On this video we are going to use this time frame. So this structure we are having here of H1, we shall shift it to M15 as you see, just changing the time frame. I can call it now, it is 15, M15 constant time frame. As you see, high, we have this low, we have this high, we have the V to V formed. So we want to get the buys from here back to this side, and then we sell them back. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to look for some stuff here when the market is forming. You have to look for some stuff here. What are you supposed to look for? So if the constant time from now it is M15, the S1 it shall be M3. So meaning that you have to shift in M3 to see if this M3 is confirming for us a shift below, which will buy back to this H1 for the sales. Okay. Let us see what it did. So we shall mark the low. We shall mark the low and shifts to M3 and see if we got that shift. And we see if we got that shift. Yes, we got the shift, which is that one. This is a M15, which is shifting here. Okay, this is M15, which is shifting there. So we want to get the entry to this side up above. Okay, so how are we supposed to get that trade? How are we supposed to get that trade? So if we see that M30, no, it is M3. If we see that M3 has shifted, you can mark the liquidity. And where is the liquidity? The liquidity is here, as I explained in the last video. This last low made before making this extreme low. So meaning that you're supposed to get the entries from here. We buy them back to the other side. Then you still will sell back below to this low. So meaning that we have already activated our buy entries. The stop loss just some few pips below here. So now we are going to see in our H1 where we are likely to get the TPs from and the sells still. So if this is M15, no, this is H1, I've shifted back to H1 to get the big picture. Now if the H1 is the constant time frame, H1 is the constant time frame, now what are we supposed to scale back below to? That is M15. So you have to see a shift in M15 above here. Above here, we have to see M15 shift above there. So we are going to still scale down to M15. Let us scale down to M15. Yes, I see the shift is there. Are you seeing the shift also? We had this low, we had this high, this extreme high, we shifted below. So what are we supposed to do? Mark liquidity in those areas of M15. So meaning that we are supposed to sell from that liquidity area. We are supposed to sell from this liquidity area. Just put it there. The stop loss to be above that high, extreme high. So meaning that you buy from here, you can QTP about on this liquidity or just below, few pips below this liquidity area. Then you sell back below to that low. Okay, something simple as you see. The way it had played out, it has played out. As you see, the way it played out. Where is this one? This one is so small, can't be seen very well. Yeah, so we bought from here as you saw to this area, then we have still sold to this area. Simple as that. One day you make some money. You see the risk to reward is not bad. What you have to do is to follow the time frames as shown. H1. So we have to come back in this H1 for the shells, meaning you have to get buys from here to this area, or you can wait for it. If you don't want to get the buys, then you get the M15 liquidity, you sell back below here, or you can even get the buys from here as I have explained to you. So this is like an XA Uganda. I sign out. Meet in the next video.